Welcome back to part 2 of how to overcome food addictions. My name is Bertus, physician assistant and diabetes reversal health coach. Fighting a little cold right now. That's why my voice sounds a little hoarse. But anyway, this is a follow-up to last week's video that talked about using mindfulness to overcome food addictions. It's a spirit of being still, as the Bible often admonishes us. And we extend from the study on Philippians 4 from last week's video, where Paul talks about the spirit of contentment, being content in the midst of life's chaos and life's problems. This is what mindfulness teaches, to remove the stress that triggers our food addictions. And I promise you, if you practice this, you will find yourself not only relieving stress, but also relieving the craving for those unhealthy foods that you struggle with as a diabetic or as someone with high cholesterol or someone losing weight. It is an awesome tool. I practice, my clients practice, and I know you could find much success in practicing this too. And I also want to remind you what Jesus admonishes us also in the book of Matthew. Do not worry for tomorrow will worry about itself. And this is what you're going to learn today in being still, stopping, and pausing for a moment in time. Enjoy.
So this is an acronym from the book called Mindful Vegan. Definitely look it up. It's a highly recommended read on my part. And Mindful Vegan, there's a chapter that talks about an acronym that's called STOP. And I love it because it's so easy to remember, because you have to do what the acronym is saying to do. Stop, right? So S. The S in STOP means just exactly what it means. Stop. Whatever you're doing in the moment, just take a break. Pause, right? It could be while you're working, it could be while you're exercising, whatever you're doing at the moment, just pause and stop. And this practice only takes 1 to 2 minutes. I promise you, it doesn't take long, but if you do it every day, multiple times a day, you will find yourself in the same spirit of contentment that Paul had in his prison cell. So in STOP, the next acronym is T, which is take a breath. So your breath serves as the anchor to remind you that you are still alive. Because as long as you are breathing, there is hope for you. And so taking that breath inside your nostrils and feeling it inside, fill your lungs, it helps you to narrow your thoughts down onto what is going on in the body in the present moment. It allows you to remain hyper-focused in the presence of presence. So T, take a breath. Feel that air going into your body and exhaling. The O. The O is also the next important step in mindfulness. Now that you've anchored yourself with your moment, you observe everything that's going on in your body. Ask yourself, what am I feeling inside? What are my emotions? Am I depressed? Am I anxious? Am I overwhelmed? Or maybe I'm happy and elated. You see, emotions, there's a full spectrum of them. And I remember when I first started practicing mindfulness, it was hard for me to identify my emotions, right? I think maybe us men struggle with this a lot more than our counterparts. But, it took me a while, but I had to remind myself of how emotional that we human beings can be. Think about the happiest day of your life. Take yourself to that moment and try to imagine how it felt inside your body. Maybe you had the butterflies in your stomach, right? Maybe you had that lightness, that light feeling you get in your chest. Maybe you felt, that smile beaming across your face, right? There are physical sensations to every emotion. And think about the worst day of your life. Think about the day that someone really set you off. How did you feel inside? How did that present itself? Maybe it was more of a tightness in your chest. Maybe you felt a strain in your shoulders, a clenching in your jaw. See, every emotion shows up in the body somewhere as a physical sensation. So what you're doing with the O in STOP is you're observing your physical sensations and the emotions tied with them. You're not judging them. You're not coming to conclusions about them. You're not solving your problems. You're simply observing them objectively, like someone on the outside looking in. And then P, proceed with your day. Of course, when you think about the O, it does take practice. It's the hardest part. Everyone can stop, anyone can take a breath, anyone can proceed with their day, but it's the O that takes some practice. Being able to sit in your emotions and just dwell on them, and being in the state of contentment, of peace and loving kindness with yourself, without judgment, without accusations, without problem solving. It can be hard. But I want to promise you that we will have more videos to come on how to practice mindfulness meditation to help us overcome those cravings, those food desires, addictions that are getting in the way of our best health. You can do this. If you want to find a free consultation with a health coach, check out the link in the bio section, and you can have a free 30 minutes to 45 minutes with me to see if a coach will help you in this journey of health, right? And of course, as always, subscribe, like the video today, and we'll definitely keep you posted with future videos like this one. But you don't want to miss out on the videos on mindfulness, because I feel like this one tool may be the one thing you need, the one thing that's been missing in your life if you're still struggling with food addiction. Again, my name is Bertus, diabetes reversal health coach, and as always, beloved, I pray above all things that you may prosper and be in good health, even as your soul prospers. See you next week.